Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, where I try and bring you puzzles to showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. Today I'm going to be doing that with a puzzle called Gee, Officer Kropki, and hopefully you'll get that reference. And this is a puzzle by Raumplaner, and this was created very recently in response to a comment that came out on a video that was released on my channel only a couple of days ago, which was the 3 Fundamental Truths puzzle from the Hamilton Sudoku series, where a new dot was introduced, the Schuyler dot, someone said, oh, we should see more puzzles with this. So here you go. And the Gee, Officer Kropki, of course, is a reference to another musical. This is not a Hamilton reference, it's West Side Story. So, yeah, this is another puzzle using the Schuyler dots, and let's give it give the rules a look. So, thank you, Raumplaner, for creating this puzzle on incredibly short notice. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have Kropki pairs. So in digits separated by a black dot must be in a 2-to-1 ratio, or one is double the other. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. And pairs means that other cells without a dot may be in a 2-to-1 ratio or without a white dot. It's perfectly fine for that. Digits separate XV pairs. Digits separated by an X must sum to 10. Digits separated by a V must sum to 5. And it's XV pairs, so it's perfectly fine for other digits without X's, V's, sort of. We'll get to that in a minute, to sum to 5 or 10, because we haven't stated that all are given. Then we've got the Schuyler dots. So cells separated by a gold dot may never satisfy any of the following. They may not be consecutive, in a 2-to-1 ratio, sum to 5, or sum to 10. So there is a negative constraint on these cells for all of the other constraints in this puzzle. They can't be consecutive, they can't be in a 2-to-1 ratio, they can't sum to 5, and they can't sum to 10. So these are negative constraints. So this is where the negative constraints apply. Nowhere else, only on the Schuyler dots. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we know on a black dot, there must be a low digit followed, and then it's even double. But we know on these V clues, of which there's maybe here, because these are 1, 2, 3, 4. But if this was 1, 4, actually, this could be 1, 4, because it'd be 1, 2, 4, 8, and then this would sum to 10. If I put a 2 here, well, I can never put a 9 on this. What could this be, I suppose, is the question. If I put 1, 4, that's fine. If these are 2, 3, 2 would have to go next to, I could do 4, 6. So this isn't restricted. Actually, I'm not sure where to start. I know these are the same digit because but that's not helping me much either, because that just works. Okay, I know these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, because these have to sum to 5. And if I used a 5, the other side would need to be 0. And if I use something higher than 5, the other side would need to be negative. So if this is 1, this is 4. But if this is 1, this is 9. If this is 4, this is 6. This can't be 1, 4. Because if this is 1, 4, 1 would go to 9, 4 would go to 6, and 9 and 6 doesn't work. So this is not 1, 4. 2, 3. Now these have to be consecutive. So 2, 8, and 3, 7. It has to be 2, 8, 3, 7. So these are 2, 3. These are 7, 8. That is forced. So this here has to be 1, 9 or 4, 6. Now, if this is, but I can't put 1 here. Oh, hang on. 1, 9. But if this was 1, 4, this had to be 2, 8. And it can't be anymore. So this can't be 1, 4. This is 2, 3. And I can't put 9 on a black dot. This is 4, 6. Because 9 can't go on a black dot. So this had to be 4, 6, making this 2, 3. So these have become 4. So I wonder if I could do more around here. I think I could start on any cell and potentially go round and see if it breaks. If this is 1, 4, 6, that would be 3, which is not consecutive. Sorry, 1, 4, 6. Oh, yeah, 1 would make this 2, but if this is a 1, it'd go 2. But this is a 6. 1, 4, 6, 2 doesn't work because 6 and 2 are not consecutive. This can't be a 1, so this can't be a 4. 4, 1, 9 could work. 4, 1, 9, 8 could work. What about 2, 3 here? If these were 2, 3, this is a little tricky. I don't need this. I mean, maybe I do, but if this is 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 6 doesn't work because they're not consecutive. 3, 7, 2, 4 doesn't work. This can't be 2, 3 because there's no way of doing it. 2 would make this 8. 3 would make this 6 and they're not consecutive. 3 would make this 7. 2, the maximum that could be would be 4. This can't be 2, 3. This is 1, 4. And 1 makes this 9 and this 8. The 8 looks down, making that 7, that 8, which means that's the 3 and that's the 2. And now this is more restricted. In fact, this is where I probably want to look. Maybe not. Well, I know 8 is in one of those 3 cells by Sudoku. 8 here would need that to be 4, so it's not here. 8 is in one of those 2. 8, 2, 8. This would have to be 7. This would be 9, maybe. What about here? This can't be 4, 6. So it's either 1, 9. If this is 1, 9, 1 would make that 2. The highest that could be would be 4. This can't be 1, 9. It can't be 4, 6. So this is either, and can it be 2, 8? 2 would put 8 here. So 2, 8. Well, this can't be 7 or 9. I can't put an 8 on this because if I put an 8 on this, the white dot would put a 7 or 9. And you can never put a 7 or a 9 on a black dot because you always have to have a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's even double. And 7 and 9 is neither low or high. So you can never put an 8 on this. So this can't be 2, 8, 4, 6, and it can't be 1, 9 because 1, 2, 4, 9 doesn't work. So this has to be 3, 7. Meaning this is 2, this is 3. That means this is the 4, this is the 6. Raise a glass to freedom. Now, 3 is in one of those. 3, 7, 7. I can't put 3 here because 3 would need those to be 7 and there's no black dot relationship on 7. 3 is in one of those 2. 3 here would make that 4. And that would also be 3. And that would be 7, maybe. But 3, 7 also puts 3 in those. Well, 3 can't be here because that can't be 6 because 3 goes to 6. So 3 is in one of those 2. So 3, well, these have to be 4, 8 because if 3 went to 2, the maximum it could be 4. So this is 4, 8. Interesting. This is fascinating. And the 8 makes that the 4 and that the 8, which means that's the 7 and that's the 3. And I've got all the corners in. This is fascinating. I haven't used the Schuyler Dots yet, but I haven't used... 2 is in here with 3. I haven't had any... You can use these to eliminate options. I'm not sure how you'd use them to place options, but 2 is in here with 3. Now, 2 here would make both of those 8. 2 here would make that 8. And that would be 1. Huh. Okay. So is it this? Because... oh... how does this work? because I can't go 3, 6, 3, 6. So these have to be from 1, 2, 4, 8, because if this is 3, this becomes 6, then this becomes 3, then this becomes 6. 3, 6, 3, 6, and 3 and 6 aren't consecutive. So these only can be from 1, 2, 4, 8, because you can never use 5, 7, 9. These have to be consecutive, so this is a 1, 2 pair. So there's no 8 in either of those, and there's no 1 or 4 there. That's the 2. This is the 1. This is a 2, and this can't be a 2. It's a 1 or a 4. But that means this isn't a 2. 1 is not in any of those. 1 is in one of those two, and this one is looking down saying, that's not the 1, that's the 1. This is now... Well, 2 in this box is in one of those two. This is fascinating, isn't it? I can't use 1 or 2 on this. So it can't be 1, 2 or 2, 4. It's either 3, 6 or 4, 8. So let's look at those options. If this was 3, 6, 3, actually that does work, doesn't it? And the same with 4, 8, because these would be this potentially the same digit. Yeah, I couldn't use 2 on this. So those are the same. Oh, those are the same digit. So if this was 4 or 8, what would, if this is 8, this would have to be 4. This can't be 8. And if this is 4, this would have to be 2 or 8. And it can't be either 2 or 8. This is 3, 6. So all of these are 3, 6. So this is also 3, 6, but it can't be 3 because 3 of the 3 in the box. 6, 3, 6. And now this is consecutive with 6, so it's 5 or 7. Now this black dot, or this cell in particular, because the only digit you can put on a black dot, you can't do 5, 7, 9. So I can't use 1, I can't use 2, I can't use 3, I can't use 4, I can't use 6. This has to be an 8. Because I can't use 1, 2, 3, 4, can't use 5 because I can't put it on a black dot, can't use 6, can't use 7 or 9. This is an 8. So this is a 4. This is now 2 or 8, and it's not 2. So this is also, oh, of course, these had to be the same because the 8 makes that the 2, which makes that the 8. That's neat. And now I'm just down to the Schuyler dots apart from this. So... And these are the same digit because they're connected via that. I wonder, so these are 1, 2, 5, and 9. And there's no 2 in there. So 2 is in one of those two. There's no 1 here, there's no 9 here. So 2 is in one of those two, which puts 2 in one of these, because I can't put 2 here because of that 2 or in any of those. 2 is actually on this dot. And 2 is quite restricted, because I can't, on a Schuyler dot, I can't put a 2 with a 1, a 4, an 8. But I can't put a 1. So where's 1 in this column? Where's 1 in this column? I can't put it here because of that one. I can't put it on the dot because then this would be a 1, 2 pair. And I can't put it here because of that. This is a 1, and there's no 1 here. There's no 1 here. So there is a 2 on here. So this is a quadruple. 2, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 2 here or here. That's actually not helped me, has it? One is definitely in one of these two because of the 1 here, which puts 1 in one of these. Actually, it puts 1 in one of those two. I'm not sure how to grow this one. Is it this quadruple? This is 4, 5, 6, or 9. Now, this is 9. These would both need to be 8, and they can't be. So it's 4, 5, or 6 only. 9 can't be here either. 9 is in one of those two, which means 9 is in one of these. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. This is 4, 5, or 6. So this can't be an 8 anymore. 8 is not consecutive with 4, 5, or 6. That's the 8. And now where's 8 in here? I can't put it here, and that's a 3. That's an 8. Oh, I had the 8. Yeah, that was a little bit more given. 6. This is a 1, 6 pair now, isn't it? 1, 6, 1, 6. And that's an 8. This is a 1, 6 pair. Is there anything that's eliminated either way? Not that I'm seeing. So what is this? It could be 1, 9 in a particular order. No, it can't be 1, 9, because if it's 1, 9, this would have to be the 9, and that's not consecutive with anything. It can't be 2, 8, and it can't be 4, 6. This is 3, 7. So there's no 7 there. And neither 5 is not consecutive with either 3 or 7. This is 4 or 6. And 3, 7 means this is 3, 7. That digit is in one of those two. That's not it either. 3, 7. Okay. 3 is in one of those two. Ah, this is a 4 because of the 1 looking across. So 4 is in one of those. I don't know that it's helping me. This is 2, 5, 7, or 9. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 5 or 9. Yeah, because it was 1, 5, 7, 9, and it can't be 1 or 7. This is 5 or 9. So, yeah, I already had 3 in one of those two. That digit has to go there, doesn't it? It can't go in any of those. It's not any of those, and that can't be a 3 or a 7. That is a 3 or a 7, and it must be that digit. And that digit. Which now must be up on one of these dots. If it's a 3, it's down here. If it's a 7, it's up here. And I can't use it to force it down here. If it's a 7, it's down here. If it's a 3, it's there. I mean, those are the same, but I don't know how that's helping me. See, when you get something forced onto a dot, I can see how you use that. I'm not sure how I use the dots and before that. Am I missing incredibly basic Sudoku? Yes, I am. Where? That's an 8 by Sudoku. So 8 is in, that's now an 8 by Sudoku, meaning that can't be a 9, that's a 9. And these, which are 4, 5, and 6, well, this can't be a 4 because that would be in a 2-to-1 ratio. So 4 is in one of those two. Ah, and the 6 is looking across, making that the 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. that's cool. What's this triple? 1, 7, 9. I think I'm still missing a trick with these dots. Four in this box. Can't go in any of those, can't go in any of those. So 4 is in one of those two, meaning that's 6 and that's 4, which means these are all 3 and that's a 7. That's not the 3. That is cool. This is a triple now. 4, 5, 7. The 4 and the 7 makes that the 5. That's a 4, 7 pair. The 5 takes 5 out of there. These are 2, 6, 9. There's no 6 or 2 there. That's the 9. This is a 2, 6. So this is 1 or 9 because it's 1, 2, 6, 9. So this has to be 1 or 9, which is a bit strange. What are these? 5, 6, and 7. Well, there's no 5 in either of those. That's the 5, which looks across making that the 7, that the 9, taking 9 out of there. That's a 2, 5 pair. The 7, of course, makes that the 6 and that the 7. Now maybe I can do something in here because 1 is in one of those. Not sure about 2. Actually, 2 is in one of those. So that can't be a 1 or that would be a 2. 3 is in one of these. But if that was a 3, that would be a 2 and it doesn't work. So 3 has to be right here. 3 can't be in any of those. 3 can't be there. And if that was a 3, that would have to be the 2 and that doesn't work because these would be consecutive. So that's the 3, meaning that can't be the 2. That's the 5, that's the 2. Now this can't be the 1 because they'd be consecutive. That's the 1. These, well, there's no 2 there now. That's the 2. And these are 5 and 6. So this is the 9 that hasn't been placed. This column is missing 5 and 6. I'm not selecting the right cells. 5 and 6. The 6 makes that the 5 and that the 6. This isn't a 3. I've already got a 3 in the row now. 2 can go next to 5 or 6. It was used to eliminate the 1. The 9 looks across saying there's no 9 here. This is 5, 7, or 9. This column is 1, 7, or 9. So this is 7 or 9 because it can't be 1. This is just 1 because it sees 7, 9. So this is a 7, 9. 1 is in one of those two. This is 4 or 5 only. Have I missed a dot relationship? Not yet. Here is where I need to figure it out. There's no 5 here. 2, 7, 2, 9, that all works. The 9 is looking down, making that the 5, taking 5 out of there. Can't put 5 in any of those now. So that's the 5, making that the 4, that the 7, that the 4. So these are 1, 3, 9, and there's no 3 there. That's the 3. This is a 1, 9. The 6 is looking up, making that the 5 and that the 6. So this is 1, 7, 9, and I've broken the puzzle. No, I haven't. The 7 is looking down saying this is 1, 9, and in this column I haven't placed a 4. So this row, I haven't placed a 5, taking 5 out of there. I thought I'd broken the puzzle. I just hadn't done my eliminations in column 4. So it's got to be here. If this is 2, this is 6. Oh, this can never be a 1. If this was a 1, it would be consecutive with 2 or in a 10 relationship with a 9. That's a 6. That's a 1. The 6 makes that the 2 and that the 6. The 2 looks back saying that's the 9, so that's the 2, making that the 7. The 9 makes that the 7 and that the 9, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 9, that the 1, which means this is not the 1, this is the 7-9 pair, and I'll use that 7 to make that the 9, and that the 7, and that's the correct solution to the puzzle. 23 minutes and 10 seconds. Gee, Officer Kropki, that was a lot of fun. Yes, it was. I was tempted to turn around to people and say, see if you can figure out how to write the rules of this puzzle to the music of Gee Officer Kropki, because I went down that rabbit hole and I came up with some stuff that worked and some that didn't. See if you can come up with something if you want and put it in the comments below. I might try and put some of my efforts in. Some of them were really bad, but I had some fun doing it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle and the return of the Schuyler dots. I think it's a really interesting constraint and we may see more of them. Thanks everyone. Hope you're enjoying everything. I'm still kind of on break, but I had to come back to do this. I don't know if I'll do another puzzle tomorrow night. Don't expect regular nightly videos at my normal time for probably a week. I might do some when I can find the time. It's not so much time, it's just I need a break is what it is. So I'll do them when I feel I can, but yeah, I'm not going to go into the full details here. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying everything, and as always, good luck with your solving.